And so this morning, what we're going to look at two instances where Luke tells us exactly who Jesus is. The first is going to be at his baptism, and then the second is going to be through a genealogy. Yes, a genealogy. And trust me, I know that the moment that I mentioned a genealogy, I actually heard eyes roll. I know that going through 77 names doesn't sound like fun. But I also want to remind you that if they weren't important, then God wouldn't have kept them in his scriptures. He would have omitted them altogether. Even when we go over this list of names and the other things in scripture that we may think are unimportant to us, we must realize and recognize that God saw that it was important for us. I mean, even Paul writes in 2 Timothy 3:16, all scripture is inspired by God and is profitable for teaching, for rebuking, for correcting, and for training in righteousness. Now, I will give you a little bit of a breather and let you know I'm not going to spend a ton of time on the genealogy. I'm going to spend most of the time this morning on Jesus' baptism, but we will look at his genealogy, and I will read all those names, and I promise you some of them will be mispronounced.